It is almost 1 o'clock. My appointment's at 2:30, and we are having some breakfast. What I experienced last night, and hoping it goes well at the IVF facility today. Since I've had the surgery to remove the fibroids, so this is the next step that I have to take. Sweet 900 RMA. Oh, I didn't see. Sure. I guess we have to try to just do it. Michael. Michael. What are you looking at yourself for? Really? We're here at IVF. We made it.
Even though I'm on no sleep at all, I slept 0 hours last night. I went to the diner, that was rough. I felt like I was gonna pass out.
Right.
And I put my head down on the table for a little bit, but
we made
I'm
it
getting
here.
a second wind, and thank God Chastity has a lot of patience.
Too much.
So.
But we're here. Too much patience. But we're here at IVF.
We made it, yep. And our doctor's here, and we're excited. We're very excited. And we had to find a hotel in this
Okay, we
area.
don't have to give them all the information.
Well, we do, because what we stayed at was not good. Yeah. No, it's full of trouble. Yeah.
Thought that was the doc nurse? Yes. Okay. Well, everybody's leaving. I don't. Can you hold it? I don't have room in my bag. You got it? Hello, how are you?
Hello.
It's been a while.
How you been?
Nice to see you.
Happy holidays.
How are you doing?
Good.
How is life?
Excellent.
Good.
We made some progress.
Did you have surgery?
I did.
Everything on
Yeah,
the checklist.
it took. We're still here.
Yeah.
Getting valuable information.
I'm glad my mind's functioning now. I can pay attention.
So I'm gonna start. What is it? My egg retrieval. Is it egg retrieval?
You're gonna start your first. We're gonna do the. Let's tape this. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what we're gonna do.
What am I gonna do?
All right. First, we're gonna do the consent forms.
No, I know
I'm
that.
gonna just explain the consent forms. Then
It's all written here.
and we're gonna look for a place that we can do monitoring. Okay. And we also have to. The third thing we have to do is we take our blood tests.
Right.
Those are the three
but
things we have to do.
starting January 25th,
All
I'll
that
be
before,
doing.
all that before
Right.
January 25th.
But starting January 25th,
Starting January
the
25th.
goal is my
The
period
goal
that
is-
starts that
The goal
month.
is extraction. So
I will be
January
doing
25th is
extraction.
after the first day you have your period, that you notice your period, whether it's spotting or whether it's fluid.
Look at my lipstick. Go ahead.
You call them, and you come in on the second day. You come in on the second day. All right. They set us up with the medications. You begin taking the medications.
Hold on, the doctor's coming.
Not a doctor, it's a finance person. You begin taking the medications. All right, you have to watch also before January 25th, we have to watch the class on how to take the medications, which is not a big deal, it's very easy.
Right.
So you take the medications and you begin monitoring the 25th, which is the day after your period starts.
Right, I have to come in
And
here
the
and
monitoring
get
we want to do in New Jersey.
injections.
You're going to give the injections to yourself. You just come here to monitor. That's it. You're just coming here to monitor. Then during that monitor process, which is about a week and a half, when they find a day that you're really producing your eggs, then they say, okay, we're ready. This is the day. Then they tell us, okay, you have 36 hours to come here to the Madison office for.
We're at the diner. Trying to process all of this IVF stuff is just so much to deal with, so much information and so much money, and it's just a lot of things that I have to deal with and go through. It's a little stressful thinking about, so I'm trying to process everything and decide the best procedure on what to do as far as the time frame for the down payment and financing, because it's a lot, but we knew it was going to be, but just getting things in order, because the plan is to start January 25th, but we may have to wait until February because it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so we just left our IVF clinic with a lot of documents and a lot of information.
Do you want to go over the information?
Not really,
Okay.
because it's a long. We know we had to get blood work. I know I have to come in to get monitoring at least 2 to 3 times a week. That will start after my 2-month ordeal with the surgery, which would be January 25th. I'll go in for monitoring every 2 to 3 days. And then what?
All right, so the first process is, let's call it pre-extraction. All right, and when I say pre-extraction, I mean pre-January 25th to February 25th. All right, so what we're going to do is we have to get blood work, number 1.
Right, that's next week.
We have
so.
to do consent forms, number 2.
That's all easy to do.
We have to do the financing, number 3.
Well, that's the most important thing. To me, blood work, I can do that this week, so that's not a big deal
And the
for me.
consent forms are easy. We just go to
You're just
a
signing.
notary.
That's
We
nothing.
just go to a notary and sign it.
That's all we had to do. IVF would be a breeze. So that's
Right.
not important.
All right, so that's what we do before. Then what we do after, then what we do is we wait until we
January
pay
25th.
for everything. We pay for
Yeah,
everything.
you have to pay
Once
for
we pay for
everything
everything-
before January 25th, which is what,
Or February
$15,000.
Or February 25th.
$15,000 cost.
Right. No, $22,000.
Oh. Okay, $22,000.
To $23,000.
Okay.
She can put it there.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait a few minutes.
Ooh, I have a still a fry.
Please go ahead.
Oh, your burger looks so good. Oh my god.
Okay, so.
You have ketchup?
Yeah.
Um,
All right, then when we hit, so say everything's paid for, then we have the extraction process. The extraction process includes calling them the day that you either start spotting or a day that you have.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna bring it over. Thanks. I have to document. It's okay, I have to document something.
Sorry about
No, it's okay. You wouldn't know.
Okay, so the second step is the extraction process, and that starts the day before you. So we pay for everything. We do the consent forms. We do our blood work. Then we have, when you have your period, either January 25th or the February 25th. You gotta call them.
Immediately when your flow,
Work to
Your
call them
period
because we
flow,
have
you-
to see them the next day.
but within 2 to 3 days, you have to go and get monitored.
Right. Well, you have to go. Right. So also, let me just mention pre-extraction process. We have to watch the video on how to take the shots and mix the injections and stuff, which is pretty simple. So all the pre-extraction stuff is simple. Then once you call, you guys see them within 2 days of when you have your period. Okay,
Okay,
and
we got that part.
then they're gonna set you up with your medication. They're gonna start you on the medication. They're gonna give you
It's
the
5
medication.
different medications
5
that you're
different
going to have to
medications.
take.
Right. Not all at the same time. Not all the
Yeah,
same day.
throughout the week and a half of the monitoring
Right.
process.
We're gonna start the medications, and then you have to come in for a week and a half. Let's say 2 weeks
Right.
of taking medications and coming into a monitoring, whether that's in New Jersey,
Right.
which we're going to hope for, or New York. We're going to try New Jersey.
Well, anyway, the
And you have to
monitoring is
monitor
to make
every
sure
2
that
days.
the medication is adapting well with your body. There are no
And
issues going
you're
on with that.
producing eggs.
Right.
They want to monitor you so when you're producing enough eggs, then they can make the call and say, okay, it's time for the extraction.
Well,
So
they have to.
They'll
What they
monitor
have
you
to.
for about a week. They see that you're fertile, that you're producing eggs, and they're going to say, okay, you have 36 hours at that point, which is 2 days, 36 to 48 hours to get in there so they can then extract and retrieve the eggs.
Embryos.
Once they retrieve the eggs, our extraction process is done as far as we're concerned. Then we wait for them. They're going to do the biopsy. They're going to put the eggs with the sperm
I
together.
have to do the biopsy because being that I'm a certain age group in my late
They're gonna
30s,
hopefully get 6 to 10 eggs.
they want to make sure that there is no genetic issues
Defect.
going on
Right.
with the
Genetic
baby.
defect. So you extract 6 to 10 eggs. They do a slice. They fertilize all of them. They grade the eggs. So let's say 6 of the eggs are graded A, 4 of the eggs are graded B or C. The choice is they're still going to freeze all the eggs. The choice is not to use B or C. You want to use
They
A.
want to use A. They want to use the
They'll
healthiest.
send only the healthiest ones to the biopsy
But they'll still keep the ones that are lower grade,
and freeze those.
and you
and
can
they'll be
decide
our
what
choice.
you can decide what you want to do with those.
Right, and if we decide to use them, then they'll send them for a biopsy.
Right.
But initially, they'll send the 6 that are grade A for the biopsy.
Right.
And when they do that, then all they do is they still, after the biopsy, which is just a slice off the embryo that they send in, they still freeze all the eggs. They take the biopsy, they wait for the biopsy results, and then just to check them, make sure they're good, they'll be good. And they sit with the 6 to 10 eggs until May. May is then we take a break, get a nice break. We're done with the extraction. That's the first half of the process.
The reason why I have to wait until May because being that I have a myomectomy fibroid removal on top of my uterus, they have to wait 6 months so the uterus could heal for a good 6 months. So I can't do it anytime sooner than that.
So they'll have the eggs frozen and ready to go. When you're ready, we call them in May. Then you go and you start another medication process to fertilize your uterus, and then you'll probably go through monitoring again, and then they will go ahead when they find the right day again. They'll have another 36 hours to get in here, and they will implant the egg,
Right.
and they'll see if the egg takes, and they'll monitor you after that, probably every 2 days, to see if the egg takes on your uterus.
Okay. So,
And at that point, we'll know if we're pregnant or not.
what is your concern?
Well, my first concern is that the monitoring takes place in New Jersey, because there's going to be a lot of running back and forth, and it's only a 15-minute process, so you'll have to be here at 8 o'clock for 15 minutes all the way to the city, and when we can monitor in New Jersey, somewhere close, that you could just go to monitoring with me or without me and just
Well,
monitor.
that can happen if the funds are right. So
The second concern is the funds.
that's the number one concern.
That's really the number one concern now.
Yeah, let's drink to that.
Let's continue to get that out of the way.
You want to eat something?
Yep.
This salad is so delicious, Raquel.
And I'm only getting half. I'm not that hungry. I don't want to get tired.
Well, you can take it with us.
No, I don't
My
need to take it
concern-
with us.
You can take it for the dogs.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Well, my concern is the process of all this stuff I have to go through with my body. I mean, you know, the point of me doing this documentation is to show what women go through because I don't know the ins and outs of it, and no one that goes through it, they don't really
And it's really
have
not
a conversation with you about
right.
it. So
It's
this
not
is why I'm
explained
doing
well.
this
It's
video.
not explained well. How much is
I'm
involved?
concerned with all the medications that I'm going to have to take, injecting myself, I hate needles, and then I just went through surgery. And I have to take my
Well, I think
body,
you're more concerned with the shots than the medication.
take my body through that process, then wait, and then, you know, successfully going through the IVF and dealing with the carrying, not dealing with, but it seems like everything is happening in a basic 6 months time frame. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, I don't even have like a breather.
Even though we do the extraction process and we pay for everything, we should still try to get pregnant anyway. Just in case we do, we still have the eggs on stored
We
for
don't
us.
have much time.
No. I'm saying even though we're going to pay for this, we should still try to get pregnant on our own as well. And if we do, lucky, then the money is what it is. Either way, we have a child.
I think the
And we're happy.
IVF will be more successful. Because it's doing mostly the work already for you by
Well,
waiting till
we
you're...
want to do that, if I may, because just in case, we're going to pay for everything, but just in case there's a slight chance, there's a 25% chance, a 30% chance that the whole process will end up being default,
Yeah,
failure.
but if
So
I'm...
we still want to try to get pregnant on our own during the process, when May comes, or maybe April.
May is when I'm 6 months. I'm
Okay,
not
so
doing
May.
it before. No.
We might get lucky and get pregnant on our own, and that's fine. Then we pay for it and whatever.
I don't feel that confident.
That's all, baby.
Oh, you know what? I've been eating the salad and even though the chicken was there. Well,
You want some french fries? You want one?
yeah.
I'm glad we're recording exactly the process so we understand it and we don't forget. Because this is something that if I fell asleep and wake up the next day, I think I would
Well, you
forget
have a whole
everything
paper.
we discussed
Everything
about.
is laid out perfectly.
Right. And that's just, I'm going to read that over and over several times just to memorize it, and just to kind of etch this into my brain of the process, so I know the process. I'm also going to get a couple of calendars that'll take us out to February that we can write everything down, so we know exactly what days to be monitoring and stuff, and with a list on the side of our goals. And then I think beginning also come May, we might want to get a hotel, and I might want to, no, that would begin January, get a hotel, and I might want to produce my own sperm. Fresh batch.
Right.
Because my biggest concern over everything is that sperm that if I banked, they will send and not make a mistake and send the wrong one.
That's a shame you have that. Then,
I know this world is full of mistakes, and
I know,
don't want to
but-
become one of those statistics.
Right. That kale salad.
Simple. This food is excellent.
Well, this is a celebrity diner. I don't know what it's called. Brooklyn Diner?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Diner. Excellent.
Excellent. Brooklyn Diner. Food is excellent. Service is excellent. The food is ooh. The problem is they don't make eggs at night, but they forced me to get a hamburger. So we got a Caesar salad. And
Yeah, but I have breakfast
fantastic.
already, so.